That's what I went to prison for, conspiracy. I live in America where you can go to prison for, you know, whatever. I had an overt action. I can't deny that. My shit wasn't just simple as thinking about shit. I actually had a very overt action, but still. Yeah, I went to prison for conspiracy. Conspiracy to commit armed robbery. I had co-defendants. It wasn't as simple as they got me on a conspiracy. It was a whole fucking humbug. It was some dumb shit. It was some stupid shit. I basically was gonna rob somebody with some associates of mine, and this person's house was being surveilled by a task force, more or less. And they were gonna raid him, and we was gonna raid him first, unbeknownst to us. Pretty much. The conspiracy case unfolds from the fact that they they raided every I mean it was like 100 cops and they ran up on the whole spot and caught everybody. And literally when they caught us, like I ran, I broke, it was a whole shindig. But once I was already in custody, I went to jail. Like I had 4 people got arrested with me. I went to jail and I made bond. I was out on bail. I didn't think I was like, man, I didn't even do nothing. Fuck this. But it's not how it goes. All my co-defendants became state witnesses, and I was facing 10 years. I was fucking with this bitch who knew this one dude, and he sold like all kinds of shit, and he was nobody, just like another white dude. I didn't even fucking know him. And I used to actually be a legend and a motherfucking savage. Rounded up some troops, 2 vehicles, 5 people. We went to the dude's house. He lived on the 3rd floor of these apartments. They were like more or less like townhouses, like really nice type shit. And on the nice side of town, obviously. Some really rich white dude. Not really, he wasn't really rich. He was about my age back then. He was a little bit older. He was like probably like 27 or 28. And he would just get him money, but he was like a soft ass. You could just tell he was weak. And so we went over there. One of my homeboys drove his vehicle, and then 4 of us rode on my other homeboy's vehicle. My homeboy that drove over there separately, we knew the dude, so he hit the guy up and said, I'm about to come through, whatever. The dude's like, all right, bet. He's supposed to be at the crib by himself, the dude that we're going to hit. We all pull up. My homeboy's name is Eddie. He's on my paperwork. He turned state witness, Eddie Pickerel, whatever the fuck his name was. Anyway, so Eddie pulls up in his van, and me and my other 3 homeboys are in this whip in a car. One of my homeboys is driving, and then it's me and 2 other dudes. So Eddie pulls up. Eddie already hit the dude up. Eddie goes up the stairs to go inside the dude's apartment. The plan is while Eddie gets inside the apartment and he's there, once he gets like his eyes on the apartment and make sure there ain't nothing crazy going on, we're gonna come up the stairs and be outside the door. Eddie's gonna shoot a text. Whenever we get the text, we're gonna boot the motherfucker in and get down. That's the plan. Okay, we're masked up. We're fucking suited and booted and ready to go. My other homeboy stays in the car. Me and 2 of my other homies get out. We start going up the stairs. Right about the time we're supposed to get the text, we get the wrong text. Eddie says, "Don't come in here, bro. It's 3 dudes in here." Eddie texts us and says, "Don't come in here, bro. It's 3 motherfuckers in here." And that's all he texted. He didn't say nothing about him. We're not expecting anybody else. It's supposed to be 1 dude. It's supposed to be like a 5 against 1. Like we're just easy. That ain't what happened. Eddie texts us. He's like, "There's 3 dudes in here, bro. Chill out a minute. We're already out. We're literally outside the door when we get this text." It's like, what? So then we're all, he texted my homeboy Robbie's phone. Robbie shows me the phone. I look at the phone. I'm looking up at Robbie. I look over. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, what does that mean? Like, we got masks on. We're scrapped up over here. Like, what are we outside the door for? And literally before I make any decision, because I'm like bewildered. He's like, dude, don't come in here. There's, this, that. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm trying to figure out what the fuck to do. I'm Xanax the fuck out. I'm high on cocaine. But I don't have to make a decision. Next thing you know, you just hear fucking sirens and see lights every fucking way. There's about 10 cars started pulling up, and we're on the 3rd floor story outside of this doorway. And you just see motherfuckers just start hopping out. And I already knew what it was. It was full. It was all the way ready to go. It looked like the army. minivan, white van pulls up, and about 6 people hop out the back and start stomping up the stairs. I had the only gun. I actually had the only gun. That's how my tooth got chipped. That's how my tooth got chipped. People don't know that. This is how my tooth got chipped. So, yeah, like my homie Eddie texted the phone and said, "Don't come in here, bro. It's 3 people." And I'm looking like, what the fuck? Next thing you know, they hop right out and start coming up the stairs. Fucking, the other 2 dudes, they were standing there. They just looking dumb than a motherfucker. And we're all trapped. We're on the 3rd floor. There's only one way up here, one set of stairs. So they hop out. Start coming up the stairs. I ran down the outside stairway. I mean, the outside little hallway, the open outdoor hallway or whatever. It was like four apartments on the 3rd floor. And so I ran, there was 2 sets of stairs. I tried to run down to the fucking other end of the hallway, and I was going to go down those stairs, and there's another set of goons coming up those stairs. There was another set of goons coming up those stairs. So I hopped over this little bitty railway onto the roof, and I ran around the side of the roof to the other side, and I literally jumped, and it was every bit of 3 stories. I jumped. I fucking jumped. And I remember I jumped, and it was nighttime, but I knew I was only on the 3rd floor. I've jumped off of shit before. 3rd floor is a pretty high jump, actually. The fourth floor is the highest I ever jumped off of. So anyways, I ran, and I jumped off this 3rd floor. And I was falling so long that I remember thinking like, damn, I should have hit the ground by now. I'm like, where the fuck did I jump to? I was like, was there a hole over here? The fuck is going on? It felt like I was falling forever. And I was like, I jumped and I'm falling. And yeah, it was literally a free fall. It was just long enough to where I started to be like, oh fuck, like this might not be good. I was falling for who knows how long, but it felt like forever. And then I smashed into the ground. Both my feet landed, and my face smashed right onto my left knee. Fuck, that's how I chipped my tooth. My tooth has always been crooked. I didn't have dental insurance when I was a kid. Never went to the dentist, but that's how my tooth got chipped. And knocked all the wind out of myself, knocked myself out literally for a split second. The fucking goon platoon is on like the 2nd and a half story, and they just see me like fucking on the ground, look over my shoulder, and they're like, oh no, they're rousing each other like, there's one right there. Without missing a beat, I fucking hopped up. Ran through the parking lot, ran through a backyard, blah, 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 up into a backyard, hopped over that backyard, down into another front yard, bent a corner. The whole time the helicopter's like out there too. There's a helicopter like trying to chase me and shit. And all I wanted to do, I was already a felon. I had a fucking busted ass, dirty ass gun with no numbers on it, some old High Point 380. The only gun any of us brought. It was just in case. And I just wanted to get rid of it. So I'm bailing through there. And I ran about 3 blocks. I threw the bitch in a rain gutter, ran some more. And then like a couple of cars were just like chasing me through these neighborhoods, and it was really nowhere to go. I wasn't going to get away. I had no car. I was way out of pocket. It wasn't my side of town. It was hopeless. And so, yeah, after I got rid of the gun, everyone, it was just crazy. I was the only one who ran. I never understood that. But, after I got rid of the gun, I just let these cops pull up on me and, take me into custody. They took me back to the scene, and it was just insane. There was like 100 cops. They had everybody in handcuffs because what had happened, I found out all this shit after the fact. I didn't know what the fuck happened. I'm like, how the fuck is it like 20 cops just know that? I didn't know what happened. After the fact, I came to know that the dude was a heavy player, and he was being watched, and they was actually going to raid his house that night, and that's who it was. It was the ATF, it was the DEA, it was all kinds of people was raiding his house. And we was like just a cherry on top, and they were going to do it that night anyways. Like they were staging to do it, and then they see like, some idiots coming up the stairs with masks and whatnot. And then so they did it then, but they were going to do it to him anyways. That's the story. I mean, there's more to it, like details and whatnot, but pretty much the story. Pretty much the story. I was telling a story. If I just get bogged down reading chat, it interrupts me sometimes. It's like a crowd of people yelling shit at me when I'm trying to address a group. Oh, yeah, fictional. Well, it's all on my papers. Oh, here I am staring at the screen now. Are you ghostlighting or whatever it's called me? You're trying to ghostlight me over here? Oh, now look at him. He's too busy to read the chat. That's a true story. I don't have to worry about a made up story. That's a true story. What up, freak? What's up, freak? Let me load the chat over here. I unbanned. I'm not gonna unban everybody. Most of the people that are banned are they're not. There's like 5 people banned, and they're all landing alts. They're all landing alts. I'm not unbanning that shit. Skimask, Aladdin, and Cheeto. I don't have my app. Did you see where Cheeto tried to send me a thing for $250? Right, Frig? Well, like they act like, I mean, you can say a lot, whatever you want about me. You don't have to like me, but I'm not actually making shit up. Like, come on now. Frig knows. I've actually showed the paperwork. I don't know if she saw that stream, but I have all these court papers. I definitely got court papers. I got all my shit. Mids, fuck off. Fuck off. It just, what do you mean? The text confirming my payment. You'll probably try and find my phone number somehow. So why did my buddies confess? Okay, so that I mean, I can tell you the whole story. So yeah, I ran, tossed a pistol, surrendered, got put in a cop car. Everyone else was already in custody. I actually tried to escape on some funny shit. That's another part of the story, but it doesn't really matter. So how did I actually get in trouble, you ask? So I had actually 5 co-defendants, but one of my homies got away, and he actually went on to never get in trouble in life, and he's living a nice, solid life. He never did any more criminal shit. I obviously won't say his name, but shout out to him. He knows who he is. So my homie with the car, he got away clean than a motherfucker. The 3 of us that was outside the door and my homie inside, we all got booked. The other dude and 2 other dudes, they all got booked. The other dude actually had his kid inside too that nobody knew about. It was gonna be a fucking catastrophe. So anyways, what ended up happening is there's a fucking raid. They took everybody into custody. They found all kinds of fucking shit: cocaine, mushrooms, ecstasy, a lot of weed, like some pills. The dude got hit with all kinds of federal trafficking. The 2 dudes he was fucking with was some thugged out vatos from somewhere, and they got booked on whatever. They were basically like his suppliers. So it was like a whole orchestrated thing. The way we got pulled into it is because one of my homeboys, so it was me, my brother, a motherfucker named Robbie, and a motherfucker named Eddie. Robert McLaren, me, my brother, and Eddie Pickerel. The 5th homie got away, the one that was in the car. So Eddie drove himself, and us 4 was in my homie's car. My homie that drove got away. He seen all the police pulling up and getting ready to run in there, and he was in the apartment parking lot, and he fucking smoothly rolled off, went down around the corner, he said, and just saw the whole raid go down. God bless his soul. I got at the penitentiary. He was like my first homie that came and fuck with me. He gave me like a quarter-pound of weed, like $200, and was like, bro, I mean, I'm glad you made it. Like I said, he never did any more criminal shit. He went on to be a regular square Joe, just a cookie cutter caveman type white dude. And shout out to him for that. But anyways, they got my homeboy Robbie. For one, they arrested us all. They didn't know what was going on. They just arrested us all, and we go to the police station, and they start interrogating. They don't interrogate me. I got nothing to say, but they have us all in our own rooms or whatever. So basically, while they're interrogating Robbie, who's never been in trouble, some fucking like first time offender type guy, they start telling him how much shit they just busted this dude with, and how he's a trafficker, and how they know what we were there to do because it was so fucking obvious. But if he doesn't admit that we were there to do something else, then they're going to charge him, and all of us, is what they were telling him. They're going to charge us all as being like his drug dealing criminal cohorts. So they just lied to him. They flim-flammed him. He got scared, and he's like, oh man, this and that. He told him the whole fucking spiel. Hey, my friend knew this chick, and then fucking we met this guy, and then blah blah blah, and then we was gonna come over there, and whatever, all that. He told him everything. He got flim-flammed. I was only 20. My homie was the same age as me, 20. My brother was only 18. The other dude was only 21. It's like, I was the only one who never been in trouble. Yeah, they got him in the room. They got his ass scared. They're talking about, look at this shit. We just caught him with 5 ounces of cocaine, 2 pounds of weed, 500 pills. Like, you're getting charged with this. He's like, we're going to charge everybody there. Like, what were you doing? And then, he just did that. That dude that did that, he ended up only getting 6 months in boot camp, and, got like a 2 or 3 year probation afterwards, and he went on to be a regular square dude. My brother, he went to boot camp also, went to boot camp for 6 months. I'm the only one who went to the pen. But I was the only criminal out of our little group. Nobody else even had a record. And those people, like I was out here staying in licks, and it was literally like some people who wanted some free money, basically. I don't know if you ever been in those situations, but I was out here getting money, and I was doing reckless, insane shit to get it. But they thought, oh, we just go with Skimask and get some free money. And so that's how it ended up. It was like I could have went and did the same fucking shit by myself, literally. But it was like, soft, weak ass shit. This is nothing. Yeah, come on, y'all can come. And yeah, that was a terrible decision. You don't do crime with others, do it by yourself. If I could go back, if I was gonna try to do that, I would have did it by myself. I would have took my own fucking car over there, parked it in the parking lot. Would have still got caught, but at the same time, like you just said, it wouldn't have been like nothing. I ran and got away with it, got away and threw the gun. So it's like they didn't even have no actual case. Conspiracy to commit a felony being armed robbery. And for a conspiracy to be something you're guilty of, you have to make a plan ahead of time and then take one step towards the execution of that plan. It has to be a plan to commit a felony. So the plan to commit a felony is me and these idiots getting ready to go and rob this guy in his apartment. And the overt act that proves that we were serious about it, to where like now this is a legitimate conspiracy, is when we all went over there and we're like waiting outside of his door like a fucking idiot. So yeah, dumb shit, basically. There's the story. It says there's 80 viewers. I know some people have heard that story before. Did any details change? The funny thing about, having a criminal record that all you idiots have doxed and looked up is you can go look at the case. Robbie is he's some type of, he's just like a regular dude. These dudes are all my age. Robbie's like 30, he's like 36 or 37. Eddie, I don't know what happened to these guys. Neither one of them ever had kids or got married. I know that. Like they're just regular dudes. They just got jobs.